Thank you.
Recording in progress. American
Progress.
assistant Edith. Edith is, I just want everyone to say hello to Edith. Edith is from the US team, one of the US teams,
Hello, Edith. Hi,
Hello.
Edith.
Hi, Dave. How are
Hi.
you?
Who I have been coaching and working with. So they're also a part of our WhatsApp group and will be a part of a lot of our training. So it's very exciting. So today is a really exciting big step forward in Biodroga. And when 3 years ago, I think it's over 3 years ago now, we talked about the relaunch. Biodroga Organic was always going to be a part of it. But as countries, we didn't know. I knew probably a little bit before the others because I was helping to track it. But can everyone just put their microphone on silent until you want to say something, if that's okay?
Mute.
Yeah, just mute you until you want to speak. Um, and so this was always going to be a part of what we would call our umbrella approach. So when we first launched the product line, there was some obvious things missing. And that was taken for instance, why would we just have Hydro Boost ampule, lifting boost ampule, and the vitamin in just little 3 ml ampules to take home? It just didn't make sense. Why didn't we have these in a serum? So as organic was launched, it all began to make sense how everything now works together and that nothing crosses over. Because if you think about our past, is that it was often very complicated and product heavy. You know, at one stage, I think when Edith and I were in Germany last year, we talked about how many eye creams. I think we had like 16 eye creams at one stage across all the lines. It was absolutely crazy. So now we have four, and it just makes sense that Germany doesn't have to keep so much stock. We don't have to keep so much stock, and you don't have to keep so much stock. So that is less expense, but it also means it's much easier to be training our therapists and for our therapists to then prescribe to our clients. So I'm now just going to go in, excuse me. Hello, Marianne.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Just so until everyone is here, um, can you see this screen?
Yes, I can.
Can everyone? Yep. Okay, that means everyone can. Just so while I'm just still letting some people in, I'll just do here. So this is leads into what we would call our umbrella approach. So Biodroga as a line, sorry. Biodroga as a line is the brand name, and we then have lines underneath. Now, the two that we are aware of, obviously, are Biodroga Bioscience Institute and Biodroga Medical Institute. Now, that's coming in. So these two lines have these focuses. Bioscience Institute is the focus on luxury, but still active skincare. We think indulgence, but we don't lose results. And this means we're still working with peptides, we're still working with coenzyme Q10, we're working with vitamin C, we are still giving results, but with an indulgent and luxurious feel. This, in turn, if you think biological, okay, plants and nature, plus science. And this line contains delicate perfumes. The Medical Institute line which was the old Biodroga MD. It stands for Medi Results Skincare. So that term we have of that's called cosmeceuticals as such. This particular skincare line is not about luxury and indulgence. This particular skincare line is about solving skin conditions, acne, rosacea, pigmentation, hypersensitivity, loss of volume. These are skin conditions that clients come to us to treat. And we do this using power inkies. Inkies are the official name for ingredients in an ingredient list. So it won't say vitamin C, it'll say 3-ethyl ascorbate. Okay, so that's the inky. We're working with power inkies. And this product line has no perfumes. Don't confuse that with fragrances. We've had that problem. We've had the problem of people saying it's fragrance free, whilst the clients then go and smell the ferulic acid. This smells. Or the hemp seed oil in the calming gel to oil. This smells. It has no added perfumes. Perfumes are designed to cover up bad smelling ingredients, plus create a luxury experience feel. And that's not what we have in Medical Institute. So these are our two lines within Biodroga. Biodroga Bioscience Institute and Biodroga Medical Institute. The two can combine or they can stand alone. Any questions? What comes along now is our next pillar, and this is Biodroga Organic Institute. These are, unlike bioscience, where its natural ingredients, its plant extracts are not certified organic, its natural ingredients are certified organic. So this just means that effectiveness isn't different. It's just this vitamin C is certified organic, meaning it comes from a certified organic distributor, as opposed to one that doesn't. But the effectiveness is the same. The vitamin C effectiveness is the same. It also includes a unique herbal complex that I'll go into. So in the Black Forest, in the bioscience line, we have the Black Forest complex, which is a complex of fern, moss, and elder. And we know that these plants are found within the Black Forest that surrounds Baden-Baden. It's where Walter Friedman first started taking the plants that he extracted to create Sanssouci and Biodroga. So this was the Black Forest complex is a part of the bioscience philosophy. In Biodroga Organic Institute, we have a new complex, and it's a 5-fold herbal complex. And we have that within the Biodroga Organic Institute products. This particular Biodroga Organic Institute, it's clean beauty, which means it has no microplastics, no cyclic silicons, no PEGs, no parabens, no mineral oil, no phthalates, no animal testing. So it's clean like medical and bioscience is, but it's certified natural, organic, and vegan. So this is really, okay, who's this for? This is for those clients that want certified natural and organic products, but it's also for all the other clients who don't mind either way, because these are powerful, powerful products that can be sort of, prescribed into anyone's routine, whether they want organic or not. There has been a little bit of confusion, I think, when we first launched this, that this was just a natural and organic product line that was only for that client. And I'm not interested in it because I'm not into natural skincare. But all we have created is a product line that if you do have those clients, we now have something for them, but it beautifully sits into next to its other pillar of Biodroga Bioscience Institute. Any questions? Excuse me, I'm not very well today, so you'll just have to help me through this. The next one, let's go. Biodroga Organic Institute. What makes this organic line special and unique is that it has been created by experts who create expert skincare. So this is for skin clinics. This is for skin therapists to prescribe. What does certified organic mean? This particular product, the entire product is certified organic. This means it has to have over 99%, and in most of the and that's what it needs to be certified, but most of the formulas are 100% organic material. But it just means that it has to be certified organic by an individual organization. Not some of the ingredients are organic and some aren't. Some people say 70% organic ingredients. That's irrelevant. It doesn't mean that the product itself is certified organic. We are certified organic. Every single product is certified organic. Our secret, our story. We have brought together 5 herbs that we grow and cultivate within the Black Forest and are found within the Black Forest. They are nettle, chamomile, lady's mantle, rose, and hyssop. Now, each of these herbs are grown, they are handpicked, they are dried, and they are then used by us in each of our Biodroga organic products. Now, you might think, well, you know, uh, what are the effects of these ingredients compared to, ingredients that we find in, say, in medical line? These are what we call natural and apothecary. This is a natural approach to skincare that has been used in Biodroga and Sanssouci since the very beginning. When we started this relaunch, it was very important for us to also take a big part of our history and to bring it into our present. And that is what we've done with this particular product line. With the nettle, you might say, oh, is it nettle? Doesn't it sting? When it's dried, it does not. Each of these herbs has a unique effect on the skin. Nettle gives freshness. It's an antioxidant. It's antibacterial. Chamomile, we know it soothes stressed skin. It's anti-inflammatory. Lady's mantle, this particular this particular plant was also used for hormonal imbalances in women, but it has a astringent and it's a soothing ingredient. Rose, we know, is harmonizing, moisturizing. It's also a natural melanin inhibitor. And hyssop, again, as an antioxidant, as an invigorating and vitalizing effect. So what we just find with these products is it's each of these works together to improve tone, texture, health of the skin. Any questions on the herb extracts? And these are used throughout. This herb is used in every single product.
Mhm.
All of the herbs we gather. Now, this information will be provided to you after, okay? So I really want to get into the products, but this is just a little bit of backstory. Each of the herbs we gather and manufacture within the Black Forest and then straight to us at our manufacturing depot in Baden-Baden. So as I said, everything is hand gathered and then dried. This is a beautiful picture of the herbs with the Black Forest in the background. Another ingredient that we focus on is healing more. Now, healing more is also found within the Black Forest. It is it's not like a mud, it's like a peat. So mud is something that you can find anywhere. Peat is Peat is an ingredient that is really rich in trace minerals, in vitamins, in everything that underneath where the plants are growing, where all the vegetable matter breaks down and it forms this really nutrient dense layer underneath. That is where all of the goodness lays, and that is what we use within the products as well. How we gather this sustainably. So what happens is they take the more from areas, so it's all sectioned out, and then they let that area regenerate. So there's a certain part of the Black Forest Park that we're allowed to do this in, and then it regenerates. So nothing is destroyed within this process, especially within the forest. The certifications of the product. We use NatroSeal. NatroSeal is one of the largest and most respected certifiers of natural cosmetics in the world and especially in Europe. These products are also 100% vegan. When we get into our assortment, the assortment is very small. And the reason we kept the assortment small was that we knew that it was designed for a very specific client, and that if we created an assortment that would cover for that very specific client, because it's only going to be a small amount of people that come to you and say demand organic skincare. So we could also then slip this assortment into the other two to be able to fill gaps within the a whole entire line. There is one hero product, which is a phytotherapy oil essence, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh my Lord, I've got hardly any left. And there's like it's a week until the products arrive. And just I've been like dripping out the last little bits. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a cleansing milk, a toner, a, a scrub peel, 3 serums, and 2 moisturizers. Very, very simple. Then in the salon, they're all the same, except we do not have the sunscreen in salon size, and we have a in-salon phytotherapy forest bath. Okay,
With
yeah,
these products all safe for pregnant women?
absolutely, absolutely,
Okay, great, fantastic.
absolutely. So, I mean, good question, Rosie. So when we think about clean beauty, it was really interesting yesterday. I saw something on Instagram. It was a lady, Peter and I were talking about it last night. A particular lady saying, if you can't eat an ingredient, don't put it on your skin. And we're talking about the effects of things like pegs. So we've removed all pegs from our skincare in Biodroga, because pegs are polyurethane glycols, and they are what we call hormone disruptors, endocrine disruptors. So if you think about all of those ingredients that you're putting on your skins, like pegs and so forth, they are absorbing into the body, and they are gathering inside our body and interfering with our endocrine system. So we have removed all of these ingredients that potentially could have problems to us, but they definitely have problems to the environment. Why are other skincare companies not doing this? Because no one's talking about it. No one wants to talk about it. Why? Because those ingredients come from petrochemicals. Okay. And they're very inexpensive to use. And it would cost an enormous amount of money to then go and remove all these from skincare. But we are now free from all of those ingredients. So any pregnant women who are worried about things on their skin, their skincare especially, because this particular line is 100% petrochemical free. 100%. So this is a perfect line for pregnant women, which is, yeah, we'll talk about, which is why we also don't use essential oils as such, because I don't believe essential oils need to be used on pregnant women. So the first one is our phytotherapy forest bath. Now, this particular treatment is a mix of the 5 herbs: hyssop, nettle, mantle, chamomile, and rose. And we have dried them into, like, it looks like a potpourri. And you use with your pesta and mortar, and you crush it, and then you boil it, and you make a tea out of it. And then you use that tea within the treatment. Fabulous. So the essences of all the plants. So instead of using, say, essential oils or a synthetic oil essence in our water that we're using in the treatments, we're using this beautiful phytotherapy forest bath. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it's used just like you would a tea, and you tincture it out and you keep it, and then you use that throughout the treatment. But that is a salon only product. To be used as a relaxing compress at the beginning and during the treatment, takes you into the Black Forest with those particular fragrances, is brewed like a tea. It's a mixture of nettle, chamomile, lady's mantle rose, and hyssop. We went through these. Okay.
Excuse me, Will, can you actually drink it as well?
So this particular one is, yes, so this particular one is the same as the tea, but this particular one is not certified able to make a tea, if that makes sense. So it's very different, something we ingest as something we put on our skin. So we also will have a tea available. So there will be a Black Forest tea.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, so this one will be able to be used as a tea. It's the same, but of course you cannot just say to people, drink this when it's a skincare. Yeah, but
Sure.
there will be a tea available.
Thank you.
But I've been drinking the take a bath, so there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, we won't delete that bit. So let's get on to the products. So the take a bath phytotherapy forest bath is salon only. Then we'll get on to the take a breath phytotherapy oil essence. Now, this is a beautiful product. We've removed the other facial oils from the line. Remember, we had other facial oils, and now there was a little bit of people saying, "Oh, I love the facial oil." We removed it because we only wanted one. Remember, in Biodroga, we don't cross over anymore, just one. This facial oil is comes in 15 ml. It's a mixture of soybean oil, jojoba oil, but its main ingredient is squalene. We know that squalene is very, very similar to sebum. It comes from olives, and the skin loves it. It is barrier repairing. Okay. Also has vitamin E in it. It's quite a dry oil. It's not a greasy oil. It's so it just means that it doesn't leave that greasy sort of feeling on the skin, but you can apply it. It's really interesting. I believe that face oils need to be either mixed with moisturizers or applied over a moisturizer. So it wouldn't be put underneath your moisturizer. Okay. So Germany, in some of their notes, actually say to do that, and I disagree. Okay. So it makes sense that a facial oil would go over. Okay. Otherwise, a facial oil would do what? Would seal. And if you're putting a moisturizer that has actives over the top, it's not going to work. So this product would be added into the care products, such as the Healing More Mud Mask or the moisturizer, or you could put the moisturizer on and add it over the top. Absolutely no problem, to increase the lipid content or the richness of the product. Beautiful, beautiful care product. It can also be used as a facial massage oil and pressure point massage oil. Beautiful. Any questions?
Will, can we retail that? You know how they do now with the Gasha stones? They do all those massages with.
Yeah, to be honest, Rosie, I've not tried it with the Gusher. That's something we can probably try and tell each other how it goes. I have to admit, I don't know about that. Maybe anyone think how that would work? Petter?
I think if you're saying that it's a dry oil,
No.
you would just have to give it a try.
Yeah. So Rosie, it is quite a dry oil. So it's not a, so I think maybe using a massage medium or a moisturizer as your medium with the stone would probably be a better option. I haven't tried it. So, but we'll give it a go and let you know.
Yeah, we'll give it a go, Will. I've got a gua sha stone here, so we can have a little go if there's any left.
Okay. No, there's literally, oh my gosh, there's like
Bring it home.
bring it home. Yeah, well, this is in my cupboard at home and it's gone down very fast.
Bye.
That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. And I live with Peter, for those people who don't know. So what's in this product is, of course, the fivefold complex, bisabolol, which is chamomile. So we know that it is soothing effect on the skin, and squalene. So squalene is an ingredient very similar to skin oil, very, very, very nurturing. We don't have any of these ingredients: mineral oil, parabens, microplastics, pegs, silicons, dyes, no animal ingredients, no lactose, and no gluten ingredients. Now, this product, oh my Lord. So when I was in Germany, when I travel, my skin just gets highly reactive, and I forgot, yes, can you believe it? I forgot a cleanser. And I was like, I got there and I didn't have a cleanser. And on the first evening, I borrowed this from the sample bar, and I took it home. And I remember telling Peter, I think I spoke to it, and I was like, I have just found my cleanser. It is absolutely beautiful. This is for those people that really loved the last MD cleansing milk. Were there any people who really loved that product?
I
Yeah.
loved it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was a very, very, very popular product. And when they discontinued it, I do remember sending them an email saying, WTF, like what the, because it was a big seller. I know Marlow Spa used to sell more of that than like the other cleansing milk, but they had method to their madness. And that was that this cleanser was coming out, and it really is part way between the cleansing oil and the milk cleanser. It is a nourishing cleansing milk based on squalene. It's beautiful. It's just, it's the milky cleanser in Bioscience is water soluble. It's a great for normal skin, but if you had drier skin, it would leave your skin feeling a little bit dry. This is perfect in between the cleansing milk and the milky cleanser. And the smell is a caramel smell. It's a caramel fragrance. It's beautiful. It contains the healing more extract. It contains bisabolol, which is the chamomile, but it also has prebiotics in it. Okay, alpha glucooligosaccharide. You can sometimes, for me, I don't rinse it off. So I massage it in, I add a little bit of water, and then I towel it off with a damp towel, and my skin loves that. My skin doesn't like water. If you've listened to my classes, I'm a little bit allergic to water. I'm one of those people that prefer not, if I wasn't married, I probably would only shower once a week. But my husband, sort of says that's a, game changer for him. So I have to shower more than once a week. But I don't like to wet my face. I like to use damp cloths, and I like to use toners and cleansers. But this is a beautiful product, whether you remove it with water or with a towel. Again, none of those ingredients that we used so that it can be a clean beauty product. Calm down. So we always have a lotion that is attached to our cleansers. Now, this particular lotion is, it's a beautiful, beautiful product. It's very mild. It contains, again, the skin biotic that the cleanser contains, the alpha glucooligosaccharide, which is really the food for the good bacteria on the skin, the energy provider for the good bacteria, but it also has hyaluronic acid and betaine, which are both moisturizing ingredients. So this really is a rebalancing and soothing tonic. It can be applied to the skin with a cotton pad. It can also be used as a refreshing product when full cleansing with a cleanser is not required. Now, I know this is a little controversial, and many of you will not agree with me here, but I don't believe that you need to cleanse the skin twice a day if your skin is normal to dry. If you have oily skin, impure skin problems that you need to address, then that's fine. But for my particular skin, I'm normal dry, and I don't cleanse in the morning. I use toners or lotions as my refresher before I use my serums, and my skin loves it. I do not need to be re-cleansing in the morning. So this product can definitely be used as a refreshing product when you don't need a cleanser. It contains the five-fold phyto complex, betaine. What is betaine? Betaine is a humectant. It's a moisture binder. It also contains hyaluronic acid, and it has the prebiotics. These are really important for keeping our good bacteria nice and healthy. What does the good bacteria do? What do we know it does? It poops out the acid that keeps the acid mantle nice and healthy at a nice pH of about 5. Skin biotics are essential to keep good bacteria healthy. You cannot use any other active ingredients if your skin flora is not happy and healthy. That is always first step. And next hero is going to be our down-to-earth Phyto Healing More Peeling Mask. That is a very, very long name. So we will call it our peeling mask. And this particular product, it's a 2-in-1 product. I don't know if you remember, we used to have like a peeling mask that was actually quite high in sulfur, I think, back when I was at beauty college. But it was you applied it and it sat as a mask, and then you massaged it in, and it had fine silica and ingredient, and that renewed the surface. Excuse me. So this product is along those same lines. We use that more that we get, which is really high in nutrients. And then we use some exfoliating grains, and it works as both a mask and an exfoliant. You apply a very fine layer 1 to 2 times a week to cleanse skin and leave on for at least 10 minutes. That is the mask effect. After the exposure time, exfoliate with damp fingertips. Finally, remove the excess exfoliating mask with a damp compress, or rinse it in the sink, and continue with the usual care routine. I think this product will be incredibly popular. It's a beautiful mask. These are active ingredients: the Healing More extract, bamboo beads, which is the same that we use in the facial exfoliator, and the 5-fold Phyto complex. This mask, we removed the mud mask out of the line. Okay, we removed the mud mask. It used to be in bioscience with the idea that we were going to do this. So we now have a mud mask. How is this separate to the cleansing mask? Cleansing mask is a nurturing, really calming treatment mask for acne and impure skin. The Healing More extract mask is a detoxifying mud mask for all skins. So the cleansing mask, we have a mask for acne and impure skins. This is for all skins in that detoxifying mud wrap. Those sounds like Marlow Spa that do mud wraps. Everyone has mud wraps. This is like a mud wrap for your face. It has no pegs, no silicons, animal ingredients, lactose, mineral oil, parabens, and microplastics. Phytocare. Phytocare are the moisturizers. There are 2 moisturizers. The first one is Keep Me Safe. Now, this is a 24-hour cream that will come in price point at the same place where Oxygen sits. So as Oxygen will only last another 6 or 7 months, it's quickly going down. So as Oxygen leaves, we know that Oxygen formula is replaced by Slow Age. So we have that client covered. But we now have an $89 moisturizer that is based on bakuchiol. So this is a phyto A moisturizer, and natural anti-aging moisturizer with one of the most popular buzzword ingredients that is going to last as well, I truly believe, because the effects of bakuchiol are incredible. So bakuchiol is what we would call a plant-based alternative to retinol. Has similar effects to retinol without the side effects. It's an antioxidant, stimulates collagen and elastin. It inhibits melanin, so it has very similar effects to retinol without any of the side effects, meaning you can use this every single day. This particular product also contains hyaluronic acid for hydration. The beautiful textured moisturizer. I use it as my daytime moisturizer. It's the texture of the cream is beautiful. It still has a, just because it's a natural product doesn't mean the texture of the product is a beautiful. It has just the most beautiful, beautiful, delicate fragrance. So what are the fragrances we use? So these fragrances are organic. What they do through a distillation process is they take out the fragrance from the plants. So we don't use essential oils. So it's not the oil from the plant. It's a distillation process that takes the fragrance out of the plant. Beautiful. So this would be 24-hour care. Bakuchiol. Any questions on bakuchiol?
Where do they get the bakuchiol from? Is it from a plant or?
Yes. So it's from the, I'm having a mental blank. I will remember by the end, but it is from a plant. It's a plant extract. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the next product is an interesting product. It is a vegan. It's a vegan mineral filter sunscreen. So we're using titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, and it's non-nano. This just means that the particles are large and do not get into the skin. Okay. It is an SPF of 15. I have to say that this product, in essence, because it is zinc and titanium, is really going to not be for drier skins. So with those skins that are a little bit drier, you will need to add the oil into it. That does not interfere with the SPF of the product. Okay, it does not interfere with the SPF of the product. So you can add the oil into it because we do know that zinc on the skin is slightly drying. So any of those, when like you use mineral makeups, are they a bit drying? Anyone?
Oh, not necessarily. Some of them can be quite high. It just depends on the company.
Right. Well, zinc in its nature would be quite mattifying. So this product I love. I've been trialing this one, but this is going to be that sunscreen, I believe, for me, for those people who want vegan.
And may I ask a question?
Yes.
Could you just put the other moisturizer on first and then use this on top?
Yes, absolutely.
And then a little bit of the oil on top of that. And
so layering this product would be essential, but I believe this particular product is going to be for those clients that want vegan and organic and natural. This is their moisturizer. And I know, Marla, you keep a few lines that have sunscreen in it that are organic, yes? Is she there?
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, we do have certified organic sunscreen in the Nika line.
And you find that people are coming for that, so that's what they want.
Yes, definitely.
So I don't believe this is going to take away from the sales of our best-selling SPF 50, okay? Because this particular product, I think, really is targeted for those clients that want non-nano and want certified organic natural sunscreen, okay? Again, this product has bakuchiol and has an ingredient called ectoin. We've used ectoin in lots of our formulas, okay? It is a skin barrier nurturing ingredient, anti-inflammatory ingredient.
I think one question we could anticipate from our clients is SPF 15 enough? Maybe you could talk about what percentage of protection it gives compared to an SPF 50.
Yeah, so an SPF 15, let's say about 93%. So the protection is that moment in time. Okay, so the amount of, so say an SPF 50 is about 98% protection from the sun, and an SPF 15 is about 93%, I think. But it is a length of time in the sun, okay, that this product provides you before you burn. Okay, so it works out to be 50 times what it would take you normally to burn within this time. But I truly believe, first of all, that blockers such as zinc and titanium last longer. Okay, so these are blockers. So the UV hits and it blocks away. It does not need a chemical inside the skin to, denature or remove the effects of the sun. There's what a chemical sunscreen does. So it blocks. So it's not needing the skin to go through having these chemicals inside. But I think when we're dealing with sunscreen, Peter and I talked about this last night, is that I truly believe that someone that has pigmentation issues needs to wear SPF 50. They need to wear SPF 50. But this particular one would make a nice daily protection. Okay, but it's not going to compare to SPF 50 for those people that have pigment issues. I do not wear SPF 50 every day. I'm in this office. I don't wear. I will pop it on when I'm out in the sun, when I'm walking Henry. But if you wanted to make sure you get a little bit of protection every day, you could wear this one or the SPF 20 in the Repair and Protect. But if you have pigment issues and you want even skin, you need to wear an SPF 50.
Will, could I ask a question, please? So I haven't worked with your peels yet, but I'm going to. Would this moisturizer with the SPF be good post peel with the titanium and the zinc because of the impaired skin and the zinc's healing? Would that be
very, very, very much? This as a post peel sunscreen would be fantastic. Thank you for saying that, Angie.
That's a really good question, actually.
Thank you.
It would also be a very good one post skin needling.
Because it's calming as well.
Yeah.
And you're not putting any chemicals into the skin. Because remember when we skin needle and we sort of, open up the skin. So I think this would be a fantastic sunscreen post treatment.
And that's really been missing in the range, I feel. Yep. So this is filling a big void.
Yeah. Any other little notes of interest to anyone? Okay. Now we're going to quickly go through our 3 essences. Now, the most important part of this training is what these essences are, so they do not interfere with the serums we already have. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through it. The first one is the Refirm Serum. Now, this is a bakuchiol and ladies' mantle serum. Okay, so this is, again, a natural alternative to retinol serum. It's perfect for those clients who are pregnant or breastfeeding or trying to get pregnant. Any clients that love the Lifting Boost ampule at home, because this is really very similar to the Lifting Boost ampule that we use in the salon to have at home, with all the effects of bakuchiol. This does not compete with the 1% retinol serum. The 1% retinol serum is our strongest and most active, and one of our our strongest and most active anti-aging product. Retinol is here, bakuchiol is here. Retinol is the star. It has decades worth of research behind it. However, some people cannot tolerate it. And this is a perfect alternative for those clients. For the organic clients, it's their anti-aging serum. For our other clients, it's that client that says, I can't use retinol. I can't use retinol. And we hear that all the time, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't use retinol. Wow, we now have a bakuchiol serum that anyone can use twice a day to get the effects that we would get with retinol without any of the side effects. Fivefold Phyto Complex, the ladies' mantle, which is an ingredient that they use with women who are going through hormonal imbalances. I know all about that. Not because I go through them, but I live through them. And Bakuchio. Yes, anyone? So, Peter, did you say?
No, I just laughed at the reference to live with it.
Right.
I took that personally.
Anyway, moving on. So our next serum is our Rebalance Moisturizing Phyto Essence. Now, this particular serum is going to be, let me go back here, is going to be the least expensive serum we have at about $52, I think. It'll be our entry-level serum. Now, this is going to be a perfect serum for that first-time client and that balks at the more expensive products. Okay, so this does not compete with our 3% hyaluronic acid serum because this particular product is chamomile and high and low molecular hyaluronic acid. This and in a very low percentage. Whilst our hyaluronic acid serum is 3% hyaluronic of high, low, acetylated, and oligo. See the difference? This is what we'd say is a maintenance serum, okay? Whilst the 3% hyaluronic is a targeted active serum. So this might just be for those clients just joining the salon experience, want to put their feet into some skincare, but might be a little bit price point sensitive. So I really thought this particular moisturizer serum would also go really well with our Black Forest creams for those clients that are a bit more concerned with price point. So this is why I have, not the rest of the world hasn't, but I have priced this particular product down here. What do you think about that? Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
But it is also a hydrating serum for those particular clients that want an organic product. And the last serum, so we've got Refirm, which is bakuchiol, anti-age. We've got rebalancing the moisture levels in the skin. And the last one is the skin refining Phyto Essence. Now, this is a really good one. So this one, I do that when I get excited. So this particular one is a vitamin C serum. So we have had some feedback that the 15% vitamin C serum is too strong. And now there isn't just us, we've had it around the world. But we needed to make the 15% vitamin C serum strong to treat pigmentation. Because if it wasn't strong, we wouldn't be getting the results with our clients with pigmentation. Does that make sense? So we can't make a serum that everyone can use every single day because we want vitamin C every single day and still help that person with really stubborn, dark pigmentation. So we've got the 15% vitamin C serum for those clients. And those clients can use the vitamin C spot treatment. They don't have to use it all over. Just use it on those areas of pigment every single day. That's for those clients. And for those clients that can tolerate it every single day, then wonderful. But a lot of clients can't. But we do have that medicine to treat pigmentation. And in that, we have 15% vitamin C and tranexamic acid. 2 melanin inhibitors. Okay, strong. In this particular serum, we have a natural alternative to the 15% vitamin C serum, but it has the same vitamin C in it. 15% has the 3-ethyl ascorbic acid, and so does this. The same vitamin C, but in a much lower concentration. So this then is a daily glow serum for those clients that can't tolerate vitamin C. And unreal, now we have 2 vitamin C serums, which is what we should have. One for glow, one for everyone that they can use every day that's not going to irritate, and one that targets pigment. It has in it rose. Rose is a natural melanin inhibitor. So you would find in some of these apothecary and natural lines that treat uneven skin tone pigment, they would be based on rose. And it also contains the vitamin C, ascorbic acid, 3-ethyl ascorbic acid.
But is this vitamin C naturally sourced?
Yes, yes. So you can get vitamin C. There are certain ingredients that you cannot make naturally, okay, through a distillation or an oxidization process. You cannot make retinol. You cannot make niacinamide. You cannot make peptides. These ingredients you cannot make naturally. Vitamin C, you can. Hyaluronic acid, you can, okay? Any questions on the serums? So, yep.
Will,
Yes.
can you use the moisturizing essence during microneedling?
No. So,
Okay.
so I would suggest continuing to use our hyaluronic in MD. Okay, mainly because there's a multiple of other ingredients in this particular moisturizing serum. Okay, and I really think that we keep the microneedling to be in with our medical serums. So keep that connection between microneedling and medical rather than, sort of confusing them with another option.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. And also remember with the microneedling where we're working with the oligo, we're working with the nice deep hyaluronic acid as well, and you're missing that in this particular moisturizing serum. Any other questions? Okay. The prices will be, so the cleansers are about the same price as the other cleansers. The moisturizers are $89. The serums, roughly, they might not even be this expensive. I'm thinking 52 for the moisturizing essence, and then 59 or 56 or 56 and 54. I haven't imported them yet, so I don't know exactly, but that's about the price. The difference will be is that price point, these will be less expensive than the others. So we now will have the price points. But you might say, well, no, gosh, how do we compare these two? The amount of ingredients. So we think, okay, in the Refirm, we're working with bakuchiol, not with retinol. In the Rebalance, the moisturizing, we're working with high and low molecular hyaluronic acid, not with high, low acetylated oligo and a peptide in that hyaluronic acid serum. And then in the skin refining, we're working at a very low percentage of vitamin C. I would roughly say, Germany won't tell me, but I would roughly say it's between, I know they won't tell me, can you believe it? But 3%, I would say it's roughly about a 3%, okay? Which is what I think the old ACE serum used to be. So about a 3%, we know we need that daily, compared to 15% and tranexamic acid. So see the difference? This is why we now will have these sorts of different price point, different amount of ingredients, but we now have serums for everyone. Can these serums be used by people who don't necessarily want organic? Absolutely. They're for everyone. But that lady who comes in, with the dreadlocks and only wanting organic food, and she, eats organic, and you've got a skincare product for her. That was very stereotyping then, and I shouldn't have done that. I know. Oh my gosh, I'm in so much trouble now if my sister is. But that particular client that wants organic, and oh my gosh, this is Eastern Suburbs women. They want organic as well. So this particular range is for them and they're wonderful, but it's also for everyone else. Any questions?
Clear.
what we will have is a beautiful, and they're on their way, they'll be here, beautiful new stand. This is the image now. See the image? This is the flowers. There will be samples. So there will be small 15 mil, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, here it is. Little 15 mil GWPs of the Healing More Mask. Okay, so this is going to be great. Buy 2 products, get the little 15 mil for free. There will be samples of the therapy essence oil, the moisturizing care, the refirm, rebalance, and refine serum. There will also be a treatment. Now, I haven't really worked with the treatment. Edith from US. Edith, do you want to give us a little rundown about the treatment?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Edith is me in the US. Okay, so we are colleagues. We're co-trainers. So, Edith, take it away.
Okay, so I did the treatment a couple of weeks ago. I did the training and it was absolutely beautiful. So the herbs, the herbal bath that we have, I took some of it and I crushed it in front of my model. So the model was sitting on the table, the facial table. And then I brought the herbs in a beautiful little container. Then I took a crusher and I crushed those herbs in front of her. And then I put them in a beautiful bowl and I added boiling water to it. And the smell was incredible. I let it sit for, 5 minutes. Then I drained it. I strained it and I used that water during my facial, but I did warm towels. And this is the way I started the facial, by wrapping the face, the décolleté and the face with the warm towels that were soaked in that tea. And the model was in heaven. It smelled really good. It felt very, very good. The cleanser, the toners, both of them, felt really good. The cleanser was oily enough that it removed eye makeup and any type of makeup. So this was wonderful. The toner is very soothing. I use it, over the eyes to do eye pads. And then I use the mask, the peeling mask, as a scrub, but as a mask. Now, one thing that I noticed is the mask on dry skin is too dry. So I added a little bit of the phytotherapy oil to the mask. And this was absolutely beautiful. Do you agree with that, Will?
Yeah. I think the mud in itself, I think it needs the phyto oil to make the mud just it's a little bit, even with with the facial exfoliator now, we've added an oil complex into it. So it's really barrier nurturing. I think this needs that as well. And that's why adding the phyto oil into this little mud mask, perfect.
Yes. And I didn't do any extraction or anything like that. But if the esthetician wants to do that, after the mud, you can use the warm towels with the tea. Again, to soften up the skin, and it will prep the skin for extraction. And then I applied the oil and I did a pressure massage. Which was very nice, very relaxing. And at the end, I applied I mixed the 24-hour moisturizer with the SPF 15 because of the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And so that SPF 15, I love it. But on darker skin, it's going to leave like a white cast a little bit. So instead of massage it in, press it onto the skin, like pat, press. And it's going to blend into the skin beautifully. So mixing it with the moisturizer 24-hour care was absolutely beautiful. And, the skin of my model was gorgeous. And the experience is really holistic and very soothing, very healing. It's the Black Forest again. So people loved it.
I agree with you when we're in Germany that the sunscreen it works really well when it's patted into the skin rather than
Yeah.
I think, but it also there is a real shimmer lightning effect to zinc and titanium. So remember that as well. So it does make the skin really quite glowy. But just remember, however, that when you do blend it like that, and this would be post-treatment, okay? When
Yeah.
you blend it like that, the SPF would not be the same, okay? So just remember that this is absolutely perfect in the treatment, to use in the treatment, but at home, make sure that they layer it accordingly. The sunscreen goes on as a sunscreen. With the moisturizer. You can eat it. They say that you can add the oil to the sunscreen in the notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah. So they said you can add the oil into the sunscreen, and that does not affect the SPF. But of course, adding any type of moisturizer in may reduce it somewhat. So
Okay.
just be aware of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for that.
Perfect. You're welcome. Another thing I want to add is about that SPF 15 with the zinc in it. It would be a perfect sunscreen to use after the acid expert.
Yeah.
So,
But the Angela talk asked that question, and I think that's
mhm.
that's a really great option now to have a non-chemical sunscreen to use
Yeah.
after expert acids and skin needling. Wonderful. So any other questions? Comments? Marco?
I'm actually really surprised at how affordable it is. I was expecting it to be quite expensive.
No, yes. This line was always supposed to be within our affordable line, sort of in that block there at about intense moist oxygen line layer, so that it was affordable for everyone. We did not want to make a premium organic line that people couldn't afford. So, but do you see how it's not really a product line that's just that it's not really a product line just for organic what people who want organic. It really is. We can now start prescribing this to our other clients. It's not going to take the place of medical. Okay, it does not take the place of medical, but it definitely sits beautifully next to bioscience. Do you agree?
Yeah.
100%.
Peta, anything?
As most skin therapists, we relate back to certain clients, and I'm sitting here listening to you thinking, okay, now I can have a conversation with a certain client who has hyperreactive, hypersensitive skin because she's always wanted to use a vitamin C serum. And now I can actually present that to her. So, it's not just about creating spaces for the people that are looking for that organic. It's creating that, opening up that cosmetic world for people that are very restricted in what they can put on their face. And also during the treatment, like not everyone can use acid peeling on their skin, but they can use something like this Morpack, and it's very much controlled by us as to how much exfoliation we do.
Absolutely. And
So,
you can
love that.
I think that initially there was a little bit of pushback from Germany saying, this needs to be, they were very, Edith and I know the Germans, they're very structured. Okay. And initially when they released it, this was just organic. This was just organic. They didn't want to be, mix and matching. I have said to them, this is a part of a mix and match system with bioscience.
Yeah.
It's not a mix and match system with medical as such, as far as, in the treatments. At home, yes, you might have the client using medical, but they're using this vitamin C because they can't tolerate. Skin doesn't know pillars, but what I'm talking about in treatments, we would stick within our pillars, okay, with medical. mainly.
Hmm.
But at home, wow, they say your world's your oyster or the world's your feto complex. Just, you can choose what you want. You know your clients. Now you know my client can't tolerate retinol serum. My client can't tolerate retinol serum. I'm going to use the Refirm serum. The client gets old. My skin personally, I'm not a retinol is not my friend, but I love using bakuchiol every day. I use bakuchiol every day.
So
And also, I think that to be able to do this kind of treatment for all skin types is going to be very welcomed by our clients across the board.
Yes. Yes. Angela, did you have anything?
Well, I was just going to say that for a already trusted brand like Biodroga for our clients, I think they're more likely going to try this organic range rather than some other organic range because they already trust the product.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah. I went to Germany. Sorry, Angela, I'll get back to you in a second, Mel. I went to Germany with an open mind, but no idea that this would blow me away the way I have. Like, if you ask Peter, I would come out of my room each morning going, "Oh my God, this is the best thing they've ever made." And that's a big call from me. But they truly put all of their expertise in both sort of apothecary because they have other brands, Dr. Scheller, they have other brands, Dr. Scheller and Biovegan, which are natural cosmetics. So they took all their knowledge from Dr. Scheller and Biovegan and they brought it into Biodroga and created a institute organic line that feels beautiful, that smells beautiful, but also performs. Because you are going to get that client going, "Oh, I want skincare that works," because there was this idea that natural skincare didn't work. So when you're saying to the client, "Well, it still has the vitamin C in it, still works with hyaluronic acid. We're still working with skin biotics. We're still working with betaine. We just happen to get these ingredients now from natural sources, organic sources." And I think that's really exciting because that means that, you can still treat those clients that want natural. Yeah.
So it'd be good for people sorry.
Go.
It'd be good for people that were going through chemotherapy and just wanted something much gentler.
Yeah. Absolutely. So any clients who are really concerned with what they're putting on their skin and in their bodies, this is the skincare line for them. As I said, we in medical and in bioscience, we still use some petrochemicals. You cannot get retinol, you cannot get niacinamide, you cannot get peptides from natural sources. You can't. But what we do is we use as little as we possibly can, and we replace everything we possibly can with natural alternatives, but we have to have medical performance. So I was talking with Edith last week. There's a particular ingredient called propylene glycol. Now we've removed propylene glycol from just about everything, okay? But we still need to use it in our niacinamide ingredients because 20% niacinamide does not go into a liquid without this ingredient. So we really need a niacinamide that performs. So we have used this propylene glycol in this product. All the rest we use pentylene glycol, which comes from sugar. But so medical is here. We've had to use some ingredients to make sure we compete with those other medical lines because we've got to compete. You can't just have a medical line that uses all natural and your clients are saying, "Well, it's not working." Otherwise, you would go to a naturopath, not a doctor. That makes sense? You're going to a doctor for medicine, and sometimes medicine has to have ingredients that we try not to use. Like you might go, like right now I've got a bit of a chest infection. I probably need antibiotics. Okay, so I go to my doctor to get antibiotics. I don't want to use sometimes I don't want to use antibiotics, so I'll just use Armour Force, vitamin C. That's probably better for me than using antibiotics, but sometimes you have to. So sometimes you've got to use retinol. Ange, did you have something?
Yes, please. So I was wondering with the peel, the mud, what's it called? Remind me. Sorry.
Peeling mud mask. Yep.
Thank you. because you were saying that it's on a dry skin or drier skin, it's going to be too absorbent. So, but if being a peel, what I'm wondering is, could you, when you got to leave it on for that first 10 minutes, rather than putting the oil with it, which I'm wondering might sort of moisten those upper layers that we actually did want to exfoliate, I'm thinking, could you wet pack it? Do you remember, wet packing? And then, so that's just water, but then you're still imparting the benefits of the mud ingredients.
Yeah, I think you have maybe just hit on something very cool that I'm going to steal, and I'm going to sell that all around the world. So thank you, Angela. So yes, so what Angela has talked about is wet packing. Keeping the mud damp rather than allowing it to dry. Because Edith said, when it does dry, it's by nature has kaolin in it, so it does dry on the skin, and this is what mud masks can do. So instead of doing that, is keeping it damp with what we call wet packing or damp towels. Fabulous. Yeah.
I even see the Black Forest spray having a face in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, literally, the Black Forest spray could sit in the organic line, couldn't it?
Yep. Yep. The thing is that you with clients that only want, if something has to be certified, I'll just say something has to be certified organic to be considered organic. Okay. So whilst it's nearly 100% natural, that spray,
Yeah,
it's not certified. And then we need to be really clear about this. Okay. So say the sheet mask. So I talked about this when I was in Germany. Say the sheet mask. The sheet mask is 100% natural, the effect, but it's not certified organic.
So what about using that liquid tea as well to wet pack?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make a gauze, and put it over the mask. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what?
Great idea.
So put the mask on, put a gauze over the top, and dampen the gauze with the tea and a fan brush. Okay?
Yes.
Beautiful. That would keep it the entire time. I love that. We have just created a whole new treatment. I love it. Yeah, really fabulous. So I'll let you know that the products are nearly here. So they'll be here in about 7 days. And so they will be available. I will let you know when they're all available. And there'll be some really nice, I will launch some opening offers. So my goal is to help you get this into your clinics. So I will make them available, in the next week. But I'm really excited about this line. And as I said before, within the umbrella, I think, have you seen that nothing really crosses over? The only product that could potentially cross over would be the tonic and the toner. So that particular product, you think, oh, okay, it's not very different to the others. Okay. But you really do need, if you have an organic line, you have to have a certified organic tonic. Okay. But that's the only one that really crosses over. The rest just fit nicely in. But that's all, I think. Sorry, that was a bit speed training, but I will send out your. Very exciting. I got something to tell you. Okay. So I've also created, myself and my marketing manager, Tim, have created a FTP or a suppository. No, is that right?
No.
I hope not.
I don't think they'll sell very well.
I said to Peter all week, I'm going to say the wrong word. A depository. I don't like, let's call it something else because I'm going to do that all the time. It's a depository. So it's actually a portal. Let's use portal. So it's a portal. I'm going to share with you the link, and in that is everything you need. all the training manuals, all the photos, all the education. We're going to put these videos. We're going to put everything's already in there. So I'm going to share with you after the portal link. Okay, not the.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm going to send you all out your own individual suppository with the Black Forest fivefold complex added. No. So, yeah, I won't send this video to Germany. And but that I will launch it, and it's really you won't have to ask. You won't have to ask me for anything anymore. Everything is in here. Go to that and you just find it. Okay. Is there any questions from anyone? No? Who's talking?
Non. Même ça, ça me rend pas.
We've got an invader.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
want to
know.
say thank you, Will.
Oui,
Thank
Chandler,
you.
ouais.
It's very exciting.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a
J'ai
good
même pas envie d'en parler parce que vraiment, ça me fait.
Oh,
Non.
oh, who's that? Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Very
and I will
good.
Thank you so
provide
much.
Thank you,
Bye,
Will.
girls. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.